Hello and welcome back to the channel and my playthrough of Arkham Horror, The Feast of Hemlock Vale. As noted in the comment section of the last video, I did this campaign very badly. It says right here, first one on the encounter, locations with a story asset on them cannot be slid or swapped. So not only did I slide and swap this one with your boy Simon at the start, once we got him, every location we were on had a story asset item, Simon. So, yeah, that scenario should have been way harder. Way harder to the point that I don't even know if I would have been able to do it. Anyway, because I also messed up in the first and the second scenario, the Twisted Hollow, but I messed that up in the other way. I made that more horror than it should be. This kind of cancels each other out, so we're probably good. Anyway, we're going to continue messing stuff up. Prelude. The second evening. The rain continues through the day. When you arrive at the Commons for dinner, the tables have been pushed to the sides of the room and warm lamps are hung from colorful ribbons. Dozens of new faces peer out from the crowd of cloaked locals, visitors from the mainland. A large sculpture looms in the center of the room, festooned with violet and white blossoms that seem to palpitate in the soft light. The room goes silent as Mother Rachel addresses the assembly. Friends, brethren, each of you is a miracle of time and light. You are the promise of yourself. The matron stops mid-sentence. Check your campaign log. If Simon survives, he did. We rescued him like 5 seconds ago through cheating. Proceed to the second evening too. A shadow passed over the matron's face as she sways, looking for a moment as though she might faint. The air in the room swirls thickly. Oily patterns dance in the light as you feel a now familiar lightheadedness. Someone steps forward to help Mother Rachel, but she holds up one hand and steadies herself. That's what happens if he survives? If he dies, is she planning to kill Pete? Whatever. Continue to second evening 4. Mother Rachel regains her composure. Tonight is the shortest night of the year, and tomorrow is the beginning of eternity. So on this night, let us dance. The assembly bursts into rapturous applause. A ragtag band in the corner starts playing as the dance begins. Several friendly faces beckon you to join. You may choose whom you like to dance with. One at a time, each investigator may choose a different codex entry from the following. If there's only one investigator, you may choose 2. If a resident's name is crossed out, you cannot choose your codex. After you've read the appropriate number of sections, proceed to Resolution 1. Well, no one's crossed out yet. We've been very good at keeping everyone alive. We're definitely going to see Mother Rachel. So, Codex 1. The Vale's matriarch stands apart from the throng, arms crossed, tears glistening on her cheeks as she watches the room. You approach and ask her to dance. I'm sorry, I can't, she replies. The strain in her voice is evident, and you ask, what's the matter? We are called to give up many things in this life. I only pray that what we gain is worth the cost. In Mother Rachel's notes record Mother Rachel shared her doubts. Are you really going to sacrifice this entire village?
In the business, we call this foreshadowing.
Okay. And then who else do we have? Leia? Simon? William sits in the corner. River is tearing it up and down the dance floor. Gideon sits on a stool. Judith watches the door. Theo bobs his head in rhythm. Dance by yourself. A woman in hunting clothes stands at the edge of the room. Or Dr. Marquis. Who's our highest? Let's go up. Gideon's high. Simon. I mean, we kind of want to do goods with Simon. Yeah, we're gonna keep going up on Simon. Or Simeon, or however the fuck pronounce his name. Codex 3. If Simon Atwood is a relationship 3 or higher, it is exactly 3. So, get ready for the Texas Tommy. Simon waves his hand overhead as the band picks up the tempo. Not bad, not bad. You feel something cold and slick creep up your leg. He smiles mischievously as you extract the garter snake from around your ankle. In Simon Atwood's notes, record Simon shared a dance. I was hoping for something a bit better than that, but okay. Okay, so Resolution 1. Midway into the evening, the dance reaches a lull. While rain patters outside, the dance revelers move like smoke in the dim commons. Dr. Marquis signals you to join her at the side of the room. There's something very wrong here, she says in a low voice. There are maybe a dozen members of the Vale who have disappeared, some even in the last few days. Well, at least they weren't named characters. Mother Rachel seems blissfully unconcerned. No, she's not. She's very worried. And then there are these wonders everyone talks about. I'm starting to suspect this wondering feeling here isn't just hypoxia. You mention your own dizziness and strange euphoria over the last few days. If we did not recover the diary, so resolution 3. You share your own observations of Hemlock Isle. More than just wonders, the creatures here are either sickly and malnourished or are aggressively vivacious. Dr. Marquis nods along. Everything is affected. Sickly, starving, mutating, and it's all highly localized. There are no reports of these strange phenomena elsewhere. It's only here. She produces a creased map of the island and points to the North Hills. Pearl Ridge hasn't recovered in the past 20 years since it was obliterated. Marquis holds up 2 rings of glassy wood from both Eastwick Bog and Pearl Orchard, then draws a ring about Pearl Ridge on her map. The bitter eggs this morning reminded me of a report from the Tunguska event. A meteorite obliterated miles of Russian countryside, but the effects on the locals were even more devastating. Stores of food were poisoned, livestock perished, nearby villages were slowly deserted as families who lived there for generations died of starvation or worse. She draws a larger concentric circle around the first. Nobody has said anything about a meteor, but judging by the massive sinkhole in front of the Pearl Estate, something emerged from the rock. My working theory is that the mining operation opened a vein and released whatever poison gas or mineral affecting the island. Dr. Marquis' expression grew grave. There's something else, something we shouldn't discuss here. Follow me. As you follow the professor out of the commons, a stout figure bumps into you. Was Bertie rescued? No, Bertie was lost in the woods. Oh well, otherwise, I should have. Anyway, resolution 5. Terrible sorry, Bertie slurs. A dopey smile spreads across his face. They told me not to worry about you. The people told me. The people in the... He gestures to the crowd around. The place. I had an epiphany, but I quite forgot it. Mother Rachel has been taking care of me. They told me there will be more dancing later in the crossroads and a large bonfire. You need to rest. Head back to the boarding house, Marquis insists. You can't be sure if Bertie even heard her as he slips away. And your companion will record Bernie had an epiphany. That does not seem good in these kind of games. Resolution 6. We didn't need to involve him. He's much better in a lab than the field anyway. Dr. Marquis leads you outside. Something followed me down the ridge today. Something big and hungry. I tried to take shelter at the old Atwood Forum, but it was boarded up. Windows and doors. It smelled something awful. I'm not even sure what I heard coming from inside, she says soberly. When you ask her to explain, she shakes her head. The Vale doesn't... The Vale... Bah! This place definitely isn't what it seems. I don't know what the Vale folks are hiding in that old farmhouse, but I plan to find out. Each investigator earns a bonus experience awarded. I did not earn any, but the investigators must decide. Follow Dr. Marquis' lead to the Atwood Forum, or gather more information on Hemlock Isle's unique ecosystem. we're going to keep going to The Longest Night, page 46. We're doing The Longest Night. And that's it for this scenario. Ha ha ha, I already made this joke. Scenario, The Longest Night. As you approach Atwood Forum, the clouds recede to reveal a blood-red sunset that casts the landscape in hazy shadows. You follow Dr. Marquis past a neglected coop, and borne to the back porch of the derelict farmhouse. As the professor jams a crowbar under a boarded window, you notice the revolver in her back pocket. Just some insurance, she says. It takes some time to pry the boards off the windows. As you climb in after the professor, you your senses sting with the scent of rot and sick. Once your eyes adjust to the murk, you see a harrowing scene. Dirty cots line the walls, and the floor is streaked with refuse. A dozen sickly people lay on cots and sit slumped against the walls. Their skin is knotted and horrid, riddled with sharp spurs and sinewy growths. Several of them have limp flaps of loose flesh that you soon realize are vestigial limbs. Others look up at you with glassy eyes, while others with gray, powdery skin lay inert, staring up at the ceiling. You shouldn't be here, says a voice. A balding man in a tattered veil cloak steps towards you with a halting gait. Dr. Marquis squints in the dim. Tad? From the general store? Before he can answer, you hear voices from the front porch. You and Dr. Marquis dash behind a pile of broken furniture just as the front door clicks and swings open. Mother Rachel enters alongside a half-dozen cloaked figures with several more sickly locals. The matron addresses the room, beaming. My star children, your time has come at last. You will prepare the way. She leans down and holds a wheelchair-bound woman's hand. All of you have been made whole, and now you will join your other selves in eternity. The investigators must decide, confront or stay hidden. I think we're going to stay hidden. Intro 3. You waft in silence as fetid breeze stirs in the heavy air. Tad saunters forward to address Mother Rachel. The witnesses are here, he gestures to your I guess I should have known that. Gestures to your hiding spot. In moments, you and the professor are dragged roughly into the open. Add a skull token for the remainder. Fine. At least skulls are kind of inconsequential. Proceed to 4. Mother Rachel smiles benevolently. My children, there are some things we are not meant to see until it is our time to see them. But then I suppose it is your place to witness our ascension. She holds her arms out in an exultant pose. Each of us accepts our place in creation. We have been remade beyond the concerns of conventional medicine. I understand it may seem foolish, even cruel to an outsider, but each of us is here of our own volition. Even you. The room nods along in agreement. You're being deceived. Can't you see? Dr. Marquis says furious. These people are dying. You search the room, hoping for some support. Check your campaign log for each resident who shared a dance. We didn't share a dance with anybody. Oh, we danced with him. We tried to dance with Rachel. We had one. So, where the hell is it? Okay. If exactly one resident shared a dance, intro 6. What the hell is it? There it is. A single figure steps out from behind Mother Rachel and comes to your side. It is your friend you danced with just hours ago. Mother Rachel regards him bitterly. So be it then. We are the wheat and you are the chaff. Add one cultist and one elder thing token to the chaos bag. Just add in all the fun shit. That's the first elder thing? Also, we should be removing blesses and curses because we do that for this one. Intro 8. Mother Rachel's eyes are glassy with tears as she addresses the room. Your sacrifice is not in vain. Tonight, you each will fulfill your place in creation and join us tomorrow for the great ascension. The matron wears a careworn smile as she addresses you. This is not your sacrifice to make. Please return to the veil. Dr. Marquis glowers in response, Mother Rachel's eyes well with tears as she leaves with the procession. What did she mean by fulfill your place in creation? Dr. Marquis asks. Tad, as he rubs scaly growths from his forearms. The balding man smiles. Tomorrow, the bloody moon heralds our ascension. But tonight, on the shortest night of the year, all the creatures of the forest and fields will help us complete our journey. I'm sorry, but that doesn't answer my question, the professor replies. Tad grins. We will all be devoured. It is our place to make this sacrifice. As he looks at the horizon, a chorus of mournful howls echoes across the field. So they're basically the Gene Stealer cults, and whatever's coming is a Tyranid High Fleet. Got it. The professor looks at Tad horrified. Like hell you will, she says. You follow her outside. Dark shapes stand outlined on distant hills. The professor is briefly lost in thought and takes a short breath. I doubt any of them are in their right mind, but maybe if we hold out long enough, we can get them proper care and attention. You look over the farmhouse to the rolling fields. You don't have time to evacuate the captives before sunset. Moreover, you don't have guarantee they'll follow you, but you have to try. Together, you and the professor scavenge in the collapsing farm for spare porch. You find scraps of wood, barbed wire, and old trapping equipment to fortify your position. If you can outlast the night, some of the captives might be saved. A hideous baying breaks the still air as the sun sets. The shortest night of the year may yet become the longest. Proceed to set up. This is terrifying. Get you out the way and hit place. There's a red chaos deck. Okay. Oh. Okay. So, gather. Yep. Put the Night 2 marker core into play. Don't lose heart. Too late for that. Randomly remove one outer field's location from the game. Oh, the bear's back. Wonderful. One is gone. What are these things? They look terrifying. 10 health. We're not going to win this. Okay, put each remaining location into play as shown in the location placement diagram on 48. What the fuck is this? Also, it's so hard to fucking see these things. I'm gonna guess it's the farmhouse in the middle. Two to the left. It is random, right? I didn't mess myself up, right? We're gonna say it's random. Because these things don't have backs. It's 2 this way. There is so little room here. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I thought fucking Edge of the Earth had big maps. Jesus Christ. Okay. Put the captive story asset into play at the farmhouse. How y'all doing? Each investigator begins and play at a location of their choice. I don't know what that means. I guess one will stay. Komachu will stay at the farmhouse, and you'll stay a little outside the farmhouse. To build the enemy deck, gather the 15 red-backed enemy cards in the longest night encounter deck. Put the Earth Sign Hybrid enemy in play at the west outer field's location. He's here. Shuffle the remaining enemy cards to build the enemy deck. Place it next to the agenda deck. Done. Check the campaign log. If the bear has been wounded, it wasn't. Prepare your defensive. Regardless of their starting position, investigators choose as a group to place a total of 1 decoy, 1 trap, and 2 barriers divided as they want among any number of locations. See barriers, decoys, and traps to the right. Put the barriers, decoys, and traps token reference card. Oh my freaking god. Okay. Let's read this then. Barriers. Some cards. To put up a barrier, place 1 resource token between you and a connecting location as barrier. If a card effect instructs you to place a barrier at your location, choose an adjacent location and place the barrier between your location and the chosen location. The barriers can be considered to be at both locations for the purposes of card effects. There is no limit. When an enemy would move and 1 or more barriers between them location, remove 1 of those barriers and cancel the move. Enemies that ignore barriers do not resolve. Okay, we did the same kind of thing. I think it was Innsmouth. So that makes sense. Decoys. To set up a decoy, place 1 horror token on your location as decoy. When an enemy enters a location for decoy, remove the decoy, deal 1 damage to that enemy, disengage it from all investigators, and exhaust it. That enemy can't remain ready for the remainder of the round. Enemies that ignore decoy ignore this effect. To lay a trap, place 1 damage token on your location as a trap. When your enemy enters that location for trap, remove the trap and deal 2 damage to it. Enemies that ignore traps do not resolve it. Okay, so decoy, trap, and 2 barriers. We're gonna put the barriers here and here. This has 12 health. When this enemy is moving, each field location is considered connected to one another. Well, these aren't fields yet. Enemies here get +1 damage. I'm going to resolve that later. The formats can have player cards, attachments, traps, or decoys. Okay, so never mind. We don't go there. I guess... Oh, my lord. How am I getting from here to... Whatever. Okay, so... We're going to put a trap. And, okay, so I don't have to do that for the traps. Let's put a trap here to weaken that bear a little bit. And a thingy here to slow that down. Okay. Okay, check your campaign log. If the investigators face the longest night alone, they don't. I guess if we didn't dance with anybody. Otherwise, each investigator gains 2 clues. Hopefully these are good for something. Oh, also... regular setup. Check the campaign log and gather each story asset from the residence counter set. Put Dr. Rosa Marquis into play under the control of an investigator. She does not take up a slot. There she is. Frick. Okay. One thing, one agility. You're probably going to need it. So we're going to give it to you. Put each resident who shared a dance into play under the control of an investigator, divided evenly as possible. I was wondering when we were going to get the chance to do these people. Hey, Simon. What the hell? Whoa. We'll split the love. You can go over here. Do these people? I mean, this guy still takes up a slot, apparently. +1 agility. Just +1 agility. Okay. Fine. If Helen shared a dance, no. Remove the rest of the residents from the game. Set all fire treacheries and the Ajax story asset aside of play. I assume that's already been done. This thing says set aside, so we'll think it's in there. Shuffle the main counter chords. You are now ready to begin. Am I? I don't think I'm ready. During the setup of the scenario, a second deck with a different encounter deck is constructed, the enemy deck. The deck is a separate deck made up of only enemies and represents the relentless hordes of frenzied beasts coming for the captives. During the Mythos phase, the agenda's force effect prompts each investigator to draw the top card of the enemy deck. The enemy deck has its own discard pile and is immune to player card effects. Non-weakness enemies in this scenario are discarded to the enemy discard pile. If the enemy deck is in... Oh, this is fucking awful. Hey, aren't you a cutie pie? Agenda 1A, the Onslaught. Your only hope is to last until dawn. When checking the Doom threshold, Doom on cards other than this agenda, subtract from the total Doom in play instead of adding to it. So I assume we actually need to survive 10 rounds. Force, when a card effect would place Doom on the agenda, place it on the captive story asset in play. Wait, what? When the Doom, after Doom is placed on this agenda in player order, when a card effect, so, I mean, actual adding Doom is not a card effect. Got it. After Doom is played on this agenda, in player order, each investigator draws the top card of the enemy deck. That's terrifying. You must protect the captives. As a reaction, during your turn, spin 1 clue, place 1 barrier, decoy, or trap at your location. Resign! If each defeated investigator resign, resolution 3. Objective, survive the night and protect as many captives as you can. Do not advance until you're instructed. We're going to advance at the end of this. We already know it. So let's get our openings. We need weapons. We need spells. Hemlock Curse. We are going to keep Arcane Initiate. I mean, she does subtract, but she's going to die before it's too long, so it's fine. We're going to get rid of that. I guess we keep Read the Signs. Get rid of that. I think we need to search for an Armageddon really badly. And, of course, we don't get it. What about you? Do you have a weapon? No. No weapon at all. We're going to full mulligan for a weapon. Are you freaking kidding me? No weapons at all. Oh my goodness. Okay. Our turn. Let's see. Okay. When this is revealed, place a set aside Ajax story asset at this location. This is set aside. Is Ajax in here? Hey, Ajax. Your first action each round does not provoke an attack of opportunity. Action, exhaust Ajax. Either move twice or choose any field location and move to it. If Ajax is at your location, take control of him. Any player may trigger this ability. Well, we don't really want to take control of him. Oh, also Codex, whatever that thing is. Sigma? Oh, there it is. Ajax. A brain sound from the barn sets your nerves on edge. You step tentatively toward the barn, expecting to see yet another monstrosity, but instead find a Palomino horse standing in a dirty cell. The name is Ajax is engraved on the sign next to him. The noble beast lets out an impatient whinny as he tosses his head. Take control. He does not take up an ally slot. Okay, that's good. Calm shadows facts. Let us teach them the meaning of haste. Oh, what's over here for Kojaka? During your turn, engage an enemy at Vineyard. Limit once per game. When an enemy enters Vineyard, heal 1 damage from it. And that's probably fine. Because, like, what are they going to do? So he currently cannot get over here. We just need chords. What do I even do? We're going to let Kohaku go first. First action. Arcane Initiate. Second action. Well, first we're going to exhaust this. Look for a spell. Whiff, right? Yep, we whiffed. Second. Are there clues here? Yeah, there are clues here. We're up 1. No, we're up 2. We'll be up. Well, first, bless. Then, we'll be up 4. Cultist. Place 1 barrier at your location. That's nice. And we get a clue. And we draw a card. I did shuffle, right? Faye was on the top. Anyway. And last, just up 2. I'm going to play my backpack. Item or supply. I get a crystal pendulum and my backpack. I didn't get the card I was looking for, but it is what it is. And that's it for you. Next, your boy. How do I want to do this? First action. Matchbox. Second action. Exhaust this. I remembered this time. It is now a 2 shroud. And we are up 1 to this investigate. Skull is minus half the number of doom in play rounded up. So we get it. That thing has 12 health. That's going to be 2? 4, 6. It could be... we're going to draw for a last action. Always good. Wolf masses. Okay. Enemy phase. Does this thing hunt? It does hunt. Hello. Enters here. We removed the traps, right? Yeah. Deal 2 damage to this thing. During the enemy phase, each ready unengaged enemy at the farmhouse attacks as though it were engaged the captive. The horror dealt to the captives in this way is dealt as damage instead. Okay. Wait. Oh, okay. Fuck. Then upkeep, he gets... I thought that was near the top. Did I shut? Okay, so I did shuffle after the Arcane Initiate, but I did not reshuffle after the backpack, so doing that again. Hello? There we go. Shit. I swear if I pull it again. Prescient. Okay. You get Microscope. Fine. Doom goes to technically 0 out of 12. 10. And we have to draw from both, don't we? This is terrible. Draw from the encountered enemy first, which is spawn outer fields north. Retaliate, patrol the farmhouse. After it attacks, heal 1 damage from it. Perfect. And you get spawn outer fields west. Patrol the farmhouse. It ignores traps. When it would take any amount of damage, reduce that amount to 1. I hate that so much. And then we draw our regular encounters. Test 3. I'm up 2. I'll just be up 2. -4. So place a clue on my location or lose in action. Both of these are terrible. I will lose both of my clues, I guess. And you get same thing. You're currently even. I think it just have to be even. That is a barrier. -2 in place of barrier. Shit. I thought it said -1 before. I could be mistaken. That's good, though. So I lose 2 things. He's going to be stopped by the thing, though, which is good. I'm going to lose an action from him and 1 clue. Okay, so our phase. This is all horrifying. Kohaku go first. Please give me a damage spell. Not even any spell. Thank you, Arcane Initiate. I really appreciate you. 1, 2. We're going to read the signs. So we're up like 1 billion to this. Oh, first I should have put it in curse. And then add 1 and 1. Then I get 2 clues. Didn't I place 2 clues here? Whatever. So that was 1 action. The second action, we are going to draw a card. Spectral Razor is nice. Third action, we are also going to draw a card. Or do I gain a money? We'll draw a card. A Fae. Okay, this dude's turn. He is going to take 2 actions, well, 2 free actions, to put some more traps down here. Oh, the fields are on the outside. Got it. What do I even do? Because we can't enter the frickin' farmhouse. One action, he's going to play Ever Vigilant. One at a time, play up to 3 assets from your hand, reducing the cost of each by 1. This is free. Tatsuo is 2. I can't because Atwood's there. I don't really want to give him up. I'll keep that then and just play the Mask for 1. And last, I'll draw a card, I think. God, another backpack. Okay, enemy phase. He's going to move. He's going to take down this barricade. And he is going to move. Then upkeep. You get another Arcane Initiate. You get an Unexpected Courage. Still no freaking weapons. And what action does Patrol take? Frame rate 3.2? The fuck is that? Hunter is enemy's move. So Patrol is the same as Hunter, basically. So that means that thing's gonna get an attack. Perfect. And Doom. So we get enemies. Spawn outer field south. Spawn outer fields west. Aloof. Oh my lord. Okay, and then we draw our regular encounters. Test 5. So it's a test 3. Because I have 2 horror on me. We're just gonna do it. We succeed. You get attach fungal rot to an item asset you control. The mask, what does this do? Treat the attached box if it were blank. I'm gonna put on the matchbox. Okay, an order turn. How do I frickin' want to do this? We're gonna let you Wilson go first. 1, 2. Backpack. Please give me a weapon. Are you kidding me? Just the pitchfork. Okay, I get 3. 1. I guess 2. I guess the key ring. Second action, we're gonna... Can I even play it? Yeah, I have just enough to play the pitchfork. And last action, we're gonna sneak around the back, using Ajax to move to any field location, and go on this side, and sneak them from behind. Hopefully, deal some damage later. Move an enemy to a connecting location. Group limits once per game. After you discover the last clue from this location, heal 2 damage from the captives. Okay, so we kind of want to get to the outers. And that's his turn. Next is Kohaku's turn. He's going to add a bless to the bag. He's going to search for a spell. Another Spectral Razor is nice. Can we even kill this thing? +2 damage, then is not elite. So it is elite. Are all these things elites? No. We're going to spend 2 clues to put 2 damage tokens here. So this thing will die when it comes in here. The fact that I can't move anywhere else is very annoying. First action, I think we just need to get some money. 1, 2 to put the crystal pendulum into play. And 3 gain of money. Like, god damn. Okay. So that's that. Enemy phase. He's gonna... The barricade's there. Kinda did not want him to... So he doesn't move. These guys move up. So does this thing. This takes another 4 damage. So it's at 6. It's halfway there. Living on a prayer. And they are just closing in. And upkeep. You get Faustian Borgen. You get toe to toe. I mean, that's could be worse. That does 3. But it really doesn't. Everything only takes 1 damage at a time. This is bullshit. Did I move this thing? I think I did. Whatever. Doom goes to 2 out of whatever. And first encounters. Outer Fields East. Hey, how y'all doing? Outer Fields South. Hey, how are you? And then encounters. Test X. X is half the number of Doom and play rounded up. So 2. We're currently even. The tablet is -1, reveal another token. If you fail, the nearest enemy readies and attacks as if it were the enemy phase. I did in fact fail, but I placed a barrier at my location. And then, ready? For each point you fail by, choose a different mutated enemy to move to the form house and ready it. Okay, so I failed by... Yeah, I failed by 2. So this one's going to move up. It blocks by the thing. No, it doesn't. It ignores barriers. This one's going to move up. It attacks, engages as if it were the enemy phase. However, it's aloof, so it doesn't attack. And then this one moves up, but then it breaks down the barricade. Okay. Next is this. Put into play next to the agenda. As an additional card for an investigator, play a card, take a damage. Okay. If they didn't reduce all... He's going to look for a spell. Hey, we found Armageddon. 1 action, that. 2nd action, gain resource. 3rd action, Armageddon. God damn. So now it's this dude's turn. How does he want to do this? He has a pitchfork. However, if he uses it and actually deals damage, he loses the pitchfork, which is horrible. This will do half the damage to the people in 1 hit. Can I kill it? It has 6 health left. This does 3. And this does 2. So no, I can't kill it yet. This seems incredibly unfair, is all I'm going to say. I'm going to use Shadowfax to move twice into here. Get these. It reduces the amount to 1. Is so annoying. It takes 3 actions to kill it. I don't think I have a chance at this. Not having any weapons early on, and then, or clue getting really. I don't even know what to do. We're gonna move once to get in here. Or do I? We can move an enemy to a connecting location. We'll move the bear here for an action. Second action, we're gonna move in. We're at least gonna get rid of this bear. When you place a decoy or a trap, place it on an adjacent location. Instead, draw 1 set-aside fire treachery, shuffle 1 copy of set-aside fire treachery into the encounter deck. Am I allowed to know? That would be helpful. And then last action, I'm going to try to punch the bear. It has fight 5 with the pitchfork. I'm currently down 1. Up 1. Up 3. And if I don't succeed this, it's really just game over. The cultist is -1. Reveal another token. 0. I actually did it. So that is 3 damage to the bear. I lose the pitchfork. And that's that. Enemy phase. He's going to move up and die. Oh, this thing doesn't ignore decoys. So, what was the decoy? Remove the decoy, deal 1 damage to that enemy, and exhaust it. Okay. So this has 1 damage, and it's exhausted. This thing's going to go into here and deal 2 damage to the people. This thing's going to tear down this barricade. This thing's going to move. This thing's going to move. And this thing's going to hit me for 3 and for 2. Ow. And then upkeep. You unexhaust. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's different this. Doom goes to 4. I have 2 clues somewhere. I do have 2 clues somewhere. And encounters. So first the outer fields north, outer fields east, and then encounters. Obscuring fog, that's fine. Peril. Remove 1 doom from the Jenna. Deal 2 damage to the captives. We're going to do 2 damage to the captives because I don't think we're going to win anyway. And now it's your turn. Is there any way for me to kill this thing? Not really. We're going to spend an action to take control of the pitchfork. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. We are going to hit it with the pitchfork again. If this hits, it's enough. We're currently down 1. Up 1. Up 2. Up 3, up 4. Time for the autofill, baby. We got it. We killed the bear. We got 2 victory points. Let's see. How much? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's going to be enough to kill it. If I don't kill 1 more. And even then, there's the... This scenario was insane. We are going to resign. I don't care. We're going to resign and get the hell out of Dodge. Sorry, store children. You did say you kind of requested this. Resolution 3. We can't stay, Dr. Marquis shouts, utterly overwhelmed. You dash out of the fray and into the cornfields. Nightmare shadows charge past you, braying and howling. You think of the captives in the forehouse, staring their deaths head on. At the far edge of the field, you find Dr. Marquis holding a young girl wearing a rabbit mask. You recognize her as Rebecca, Mother Rachel's daughter. The guilt from failing to help those in need haunts you forever. Each investigator must search the collection for a random basic madness and add it to their deck. Okay. Madness. Nope. This is for Kohaku. Madness. After you poorly draw and investigate, you cannot... That's fine. And now for Wilson. Nope. There it is. Multiplayer... Narcolepsy? Hiya. Like, were there any other ways to move? Move to a connecting location. But they're not connected. Like, literally. The only way to move is through Shadowfax. So if you don't get the LeBorn location, like, these two areas just do absolutely... You can't do anything to stop it. That does not seem fair in the slightest. Choose a barrier location, move it to another location. Oh, no. I mean, I guess that helps a little... whatever. So... all captives are lost. Like, I know I'm not the best player in the world by a wide margin, but that just did not seem fair. The morning sun beats down blindingly bright as you cut through the fields back to the Vale. Flecks of slick, dark liquid drip from the withered stalks as you push through. Dr. Marquis stops and runs a hand under the brittle leaves. The fields are painted with blood, but why? She wipes the blood on her handkerchief and surveys the dripping field. What kind of monster would do this? Sentencing her followers, her own daughter, to death. It's almost biblical. Rebecca pulls her mask and shakes her head. Mother says it's our way, and she doesn't want me to die. She told me to hide. She said we were playing a game. Make yourself very small and hide near the barrels of kerosene. The animals won't smell you there. But why bring you here at all? The professor asked. Some people didn't want to come to the Bourne, but when Mama told them I would be there, they said it was okay. The group falls silent as you pass from one field and back into view of the Vale, veiled in gold under the radiant dawn. Suddenly, Dr. Marquis stops and takes you aside. We may be able to use this as leverage. Rebecca is living proof of Mother Rachel's hypocrisy, as horrible as that sounds. Everyone on Hemlock Isle will be at the feast tonight. If we ask Rebecca to tell them what Mother Rachel said to her, we may be able to sway at least some of them to leave. And if that doesn't work, we can hightail it back to the mainland and get the law involved. The professor turns to Rebecca. Can we play a game, like last night? Your mother told me she wants you to hide until the feast. The young girl nods. Dr. Marquis lets out a manic giggle, strangely out of character for her usual control effect. You can't help but suppress her grin, too, despite the horrors you just... We're already crazy. If the Ajax story asset was under the control of an investigator, choose an investigator to add it to their deck for the remainder of the campaign. Okay. I mean, we did. He only lets us move twice. And two things. Not even any icons. Give it to him, I guess. Choose an investigator to add Dr. Rosa Marquis. And you get her. Why not? Each investigator earns victory X. We earn 2. We killed the bear. You were... Okay. Update your campaign log. Record Dr. Marquis has a plan. It better be a damn good one. And I don't even think it's that good of a plan, to be truth be told. In the area surveyed section of the campaign log, check off the southern fields. Okay. And proceed to Prelude, dawn of the final day. Okay, that's it for this scenario. I'll see you on the last day. Take care.